is Tyrant Kabuterimon. Tentomon was my favorite Digimon from the original Digidestined, and he always has been my favorite. I can't wait for more bug support to come out, so this deck is finally, like, high tier again. But this deck can definitely keep up with the meta. The meta decks definitely oversee the smaller decks almost all the time, and some people don't even play their favorites anymore, or they say their favorites are the meta Digimon. But here are the 5 cards that I think really make this deck pop. Of course, we got this Tentomon for suspension and memory gain and stuff, best level 3. And you got Shivamon Ace, best Digimon to play off a Tyrant. The Boss, the Tamer for redirecting, and the Adventure Mega Kabu for the Alliance. This deck is really versatile. Mess around with your level 6 bugs, but I do like the Shivamon Ace the most. This deck can control your opponent, take out their security without even swinging at it, and keep them from hitting yours. Next up, we've got Diaboromon. Diaboromon has always been one of my favorite Digimon, and this deck, with the new upgrades, especially this Caramon X, just got even faster and even nastier. Turn 2 Diaboromons with the multiple tokens going at your opponent is disgusting. There is no reason I should be taking out 4 or 5 security on my second turn just by pushing out a level 3. But you know what? Who cares? You know, it's Diaboromon. You can do whatever the hell he wants. But this deck, you get an extremely wide board by popping out your tokens. You can delete your opponent's Digimon, swing for massive checking amounts at once, Digivolve, and even has some good defensive capabilities. This deck I'm going to talk about is Crepimon X. I love this deck. I am a Demon Lord nerd. I have all but 2 of them, being Barbamon and Beelzemon. I don't have those 2. Other than that, I have all of their Exanium body decks built. Except for Leviamon. I'm still working on that one, but it'll be done soon. So, this deck is just all about trashing your opponent's deck. And the milling speed is extremely fast. And even taking in some Beelzemon cards for your own memory gain. Plus this new promo giving a rush to a recently played level 6 Digimon that attacks at the end of the turn. Really, really nice. And then the new TS Devimon promo, being able to Digivolve if you have 4 or less without paying the cost into a Devimon. Disgusting. This deck is really good at milling your opponent. It's extremely fast, and you can delete your opponent's Digimon, get a wide board, and just clean their security out. Next deck I'm going to talk about is Lucemon. These 2 techs right here, a guy at my locals told me about, and I love these. Getting to play a Chaos mode from your trash without paying the cost for 0 if you get the DNA off, and then being able to remove him into your own security, bottom deck him. You use his effect and play out either a Satan mode or something else. Insane. And then the new Beelzemon Ace, just one of him. I don't like running aces in this deck. Other people do. I think just one of this ace is really nice because he is very powerful. Dead or alive, 4 of in my deck. Sorry, hate me, but being able to throw out any Lucemon when you need it, disgusting. Just disgusting. And then these 2 are the EX6 versions. 2 of the best. Obviously, the EX10 Lucemon is second best. I like this one because searching is very needed, and setting up your trash is very, very needed. This deck controls your opponent, security, keeps your own healthy, gets really big Digimon out for free, and just absolutely wrecks your opponent. What I want to talk about is my Green Ranger Good Stuff OTK deck. Cool Boy is so helpful in this deck, it is not even funny. Palmon, best level 3, play combo, DNA, 6 security checks, 1 single turn, however much memory you spend on this guy. all in one turn. I've done this turn 2. This deck pops out bodies a lot, clears security, pops your opponent, keeps you controlled, and just keeps spitting out everything and keeping you healthy. You just got to win fast because your deck is going to go from this to this in a matter of 4 or 5 turns. 6th, and one of my favorite Digimon, I got Dynamon. All the new stuff is incredible. Using this to go from a level 3 all the way to a level 6. Wow. Getting to build a whole nother Dynamon in the back. Wow. Clearing your opponent's entire board. Wow. Scary Tech +1 on a level 5. Wow. Play out the Tamer. Wow. Radiant Piercing. Wow. I have a really cool tech in my deck I really think you should check out because I'm going to include the combo in that video. You really need to see it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it includes this and some sort of ace. This deck controls your opponent, clears the security in one turn, builds extremely big Digimon with very little memory. I really love this deck. It's definitely going to be pretty good in the meta, especially with these new additions. I think it's going to get at least one tournament win. I think somebody's going to get with Dynamon. Where the hate comes in, I got Medusumon in my #1 deck for the set. This deck is going to go on an absolute tear. This deck, with the new level 6s, getting tokens out is easier than ever. This one can even keep itself alive while trashing your opponent's security. This one is Raid and Piercing, so you just play the two. That's 2 checks off of her. Styrakomon, or Styrakomon, most broken level 7 I've seen since OmniX. Trashing any of the opponent's security cards and getting to unsuspend himself. And then after you do that, you get to delete one of their Digimon. And then deleting a lowest DP when any of your Digimon would leave. Woo! Incredible. The new Lamiamon, best level 5 in the deck. And then I just threw this one in there because I've got the alternate art. I still think he is the better one, just because I've gotten a lot of combos with him more than any of the other ones. But yeah, I really love Medusumon anyway. Not even the fact that it's really high in the... This one's going to be top of the meta. This one is very top. It's going to be the... I think you could get the #1 spot, if not the #2 spot. I can't remember who was ahead of it over in Asia. I think it was, I can't remember. It wasn't Hudimon. It might have been one of the TS decks. I'm not sure. This deck might even surpass whoever that #1 is, just because the new EX11 stuff just kind of gave it that extra boost it needed. I think this deck is really good. I love Medusumon anyway. But yeah, that's all my decks. Alright, that is all my decks for this set. Hope you enjoyed the video. Some honorable mentions I want to throw out are Beelstormon X and Belphimon X. Beelstormon's going to be getting support soon. And I think that she's going to be pretty good again. And I can't wait to cover her on the channel when she does come out. But then we got Belphimon X. He was my first ever meta deck. Way back in like the olden days. Bt13, some Unk status there. 3 years ago. First meta deck. I went on a tear with him, getting 2s and 3s at locals. But sad to not include him in this list. But I think he's going to stay in the meta. At least 1 or 2 wins from a tournament for a little while. And he'll always stick around on this channel and in my heart. So, without further ado, this is the end of the video. All the deck lists are going to be coming out within the next week. And then they're going to keep getting updated as I find more ways to make them better. But that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and share. I'll see you in the next one.